teach you how to make healthy plant-based meals that are salt, oil, and sugar-free. We have an exciting new recipe for you guys. We are making a delicious, creamy ranch dressing. I know ranch dressing is a favorite for a lot of people, and it used to be one of my favorites, but now we're making it salt, oil, and sugar-free, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please consider doing so. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified, and ring the bell, because we don't want to forget that. And that way you'll be notified for all the upcoming videos that are going to be released. All right, guys, so let's get started. And what you're going to need is a high-speed blender. So we are making this with cashews. I'm sure you can make this with cannellini beans, but I like the creaminess that it gives to this dressing. So we are going to start out with some raw cashews. We're using about 1/2 cup. And some of our spices that we're using, we are using garlic powder, onion powder, mustard powder. We are going to be using, I'll put some black pepper in there. And we are going to be using some herbs. I've got some dried parsley here and some dried dill. That's going in here. Our liquid, I am going to be using soy milk, but if you don't like soy milk, you can use any kind of plant milk that you like. But I find that the soy milk really does well with this recipe. So we're going to put about 1.5 cups of soy milk in here. Okay. Now we're also going to be putting in some apple cider, and I am going to use miso in here. This is a chickpea miso, and it's low sodium. But if you want to leave this out, you certainly can. This recipe will not make or break if you add this in or you leave it out. I like just a little bit of sodium in here. It makes it taste a little bit more flavorful. But if you're avoiding salt, please go ahead and leave this out. And the amount of miso that I'm using is really not all that much. It's about 1/2 teaspoon. But again, if you want to leave it out, please leave it out. And we are going to be using our apple cider vinegar, and we are using about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. The recipe for this is on my website at healthycookingwithshayda.com. All recipes can be found on my website, and I put that in the show notes as well, where you can find it. So we are ready to go ahead and blend this dressing. So let's get started. I apologize for the noise ahead of time, but here we go. All right, let's just make sure, you want to make sure that the cashews have blended smoothly. So this has a little bit of chunks in here, so we're going to, blend it again. And that ought to do it. At this point, you want to taste your salad dressing and adjust for any seasonings. So let's open this lid carefully because you don't want to get it all over the place. I don't know what it is about the mustard, but the mustard adds a little bit of flavor. Makes it taste delicious. So our dressing is right. How easy is that, guys? I mean, seriously, it doesn't take long at all. Let's pour that in here. And look how creamy that is. So this will thicken up just a tad once it goes in the refrigerator. What you want to do before using it is you want to make sure to stir it well, and then you can go ahead and use it. Now, this recipe will last probably about 4 or 5 days in the refrigerator, or maybe even a little bit longer, but not much longer after that, because there's really no preservatives or anything in here. So There you have it, guys. Creamy, delicious salad dressing for you and your entire family to enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed watching another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to comment on our videos, and I look forward to doing the next video with you guys. Until then, have a wonderful day, and remember, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time.